And we are back, y'all. How are you guys doing on this delicious Tuesday? Today is Mars Day. Where is Mars right now? I believe Mars is in, Aries. Mars is in Aries, which Mars rules Aries. We also have Jupiter in Aries, Venus in Aries, Chiron in Aries, a lot going on in Aries. Expanding in, in the things that, in ourselves is what I see here, because Jupiter is there. That's, yeah, and then we have the new moon. The moon is still in Gemini. Yeah, you can still do your new moon rituals. You still have time. It lasts for 3 days, so you have until May 1st to get into this energy. Today, yeah, the moon is in Gemini, and then the sun is in Gemini as well. Yeah, so a lot of energy pertaining to ourselves and the things that we and things that we like, things that we enjoy, things that that pertain to the self. So a lot of maybe selfishness coming, a lot of selfish energy coming off right now. So just like fuck it, I'm gonna do what it is that I have to do, because I'm just feeling like self-caring, or going out by myself, or doing something for myself versus for everybody else right now. And that's okay. Sometimes vibes be like that. It be like that. Yeah, then we have air, and we have big Jupiter there, so big energy when it comes to the self. Yeah, so today I'm pulling out from two decks. We have the Rider Tarot, the OG deck, and we have the Moonology Oracle card deck that I just opened up and unboxed yesterday with our new moon reading. You can catch that reading on the page. Yeah, it was cool. I like that reading. Really quick, really easy cards to understand. Yeah, I like that. I like the imagery. Yeah, I like how it's simple. Me, as a beginner, I feel like, maybe I'm too hard on myself, but at the same time, I feel like, yes, there's work that needs to be done when it comes to understanding the message. So when I do have decks that are easier, and I do feel like, ooh, intuition and the message and everything's on point, I just feel like I'm more confident. I feel like, yeah, that's the word. That's what you guys needed to hear. And that was it. It is what it is. And whoever heard it and utilized it, that's good for them, Because that's what I'm doing this for. At the end of the day, is for that we're able to receive the message and move on with our within our spiritual journeys. If that message was able to give you some insight, some clarity, or some belief. Sometimes I feel like some belief, like, oh my God, you tap on the page and someone's saying something that you needed to hear, and it's like, damn, how does this motherfucker know? How does this motherfucker know what's going on right now? So sometimes it's like the belief, and like, oh yeah, spirit, that should happen for a reason. I needed to hear that for a reason. Like, yeah, maybe let me tap into my spiritual, that energy, that the other side of whatever it is, whatever that energy or reading will make you tap into. Yeah, so let me stop ranting. We have the High Priestess card. We have the High Priestess card, and when we have the High Priestess card, we have a very respectful energy of doing the work of the Majesty. This is a very feminine, highly intuitive card that As you can see, it has the arc of matter, which is the moon, which, you know, has the moon symbol. It's just when you see the moon, you think of intuition, you think of the mother, you think of nurturing, you think of the feminine energy, you think of, you know, being more receptive, you think of, you know, spirituality, and not spirituality because that's really like Pisces and fish, and but it is somewhat spiritual. We have the cross here, you know, very spiritual actually. And then the blue, the color blue, is very spiritual as well. She has the bowl on her, crystal on her third eye, on her crown. Very highly intuitive. And just like knowing that you have that power, and, you know, utilizing your not authority, but your right, your magic, your, you know, that, I don't even know what to call it. It's just that higher vibration frequency of you being like the ultimate royal, majestic, you know, is what I'm seeing. You like tapping into that energy to be like a mature energy of knowing, like, you know, your spiritual self. What I see here is like a master at being like spiritual, master of being intuitive, a master of being, yeah, intuitive, very feminine is what I see here. So tapping into, some of us are really doing some spiritual work or using a lot of, you know, our spiritual energy right now. We're gonna see what else. We're shuffling from the Moonology deck by Yasmin Boulain, artwork by Nixa Rowain. You can find this deck on Amazon or at your local metaphysical shop. Yeah. I recommend going to the shop though, because you do get the experience. Sorry about the nail drip. Not really dripping today. Oh, yes, I have to go get my nails done. Speaking of that, but yeah, I recommend going to the metaphysical shop because just for the experience. And every time I feel like I do go to the metaphysical shop, especially when this journey of awareness, not one time that I didn't have like an experience of meeting either an employee that worked there or someone that was just shopping there who had like a great energy or who was kind of on the same journey that I was, some type of similarity. Either we're, you know, because you're there and people there are, especially if you're into things like tarot and crystals and astrology and, you know, all these, you know, metaphysical things, people that are there, they're going there specifically because they're into that. Not an average person, you know, that you speak to are really into things like that. You know, they know, you know, Taco Bell, McDonald's, or whatever the shit that we know, because it's like, you know, mainstream. But someone going to a metaphysical shop is like, that person's really interested. It's like someone going to a Knicks shop, you know, that person's a fan. You know, if they specifically going to a Knicks jersey shop, you know, in the boondocks, in the middle of nowhere, that person has to be a Knicks fan, right? Same thing for someone, you know, going for herbs. This person has to know about herbs and things like that. Because, yeah, even at an herb shop, I feel like, yeah, those two places are places that I had great conversations and especially have connected to people. Yeah, so I recommend going there because when you buy it on Amazon, yeah, it comes really fast, especially if you're looking for something quick. Maybe if you're going on vacation, you want your new tarot deck to come quickly, then I'll be like, yeah, get your tarot deck real quick. But as far as like the experience goes, yeah, you know. And then if it's not in the shop, then get it online. But you should. I just think it's, you know, just for the experience of it all, you know. Especially me, because I do like quick, fast things. But as I learn this journey and, you know, actually taking my time, even though I'd rather have the cards the next day, But let me take the trip out, go to the city and have the whole experience. And you never know what unfolds. It'll be the craziest things. Y'all be crazy. Life be crazy when you're tapped in, because you're able to like sense everything. Like everything happens for a reason. So it's like every person that comes to you or every situation that happens is the reason. Maybe it's something that you did at home. Maybe you're acting more feminine and now you act, you know, you've been practicing your femininity and now you were in a situation and you practice, okay, not being more impulsive and masculine. Okay, now I remember at home or reading this book or having this conversation with my friend how I'm going to practice being more feminine. Now that you're out and you're doing that, it's like now you see how the benefits of your labor and how the magic, it'd be something just like that, the magic, you know, how it unfolds right there in front of your eyes. But it takes real tapping in to the energy and really seeing, because everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why that person stopped and said what they said to you today. Or, you know, some things be quick, you know, quick little situation that happened, someone bumped into you, but everything happens for a reason. You've seen a color, or someone said a word maybe about 6 times. Maybe you heard someone say priestess or called you a queen about 6 times. You heard the word Lisa, you know, or something like that, you know. But it takes really being tapped in. Then you really see just the beautiful, just like the little things in life, how beautiful it can really be, because that's what like life really is. Like our senses, something we smelled, something we seen, something we heard. I mean, little things like that. Something you seen, someone wearing red, or, you know, something really beautiful that inspired you. And now you're inspired to, you know, someone roller skating, being free at the beach. And now you've seen that and now you want to roller skate and be free. Or you smelling something. Oh, now I want to go home and cook my own pizza because that pizza that I smelled was so good. Or you hearing something. Someone said, oh yeah, it's good to detox. Use elderberry syrup, you know, when you detox. And now you want to try it. So it's just these little things that can bring out, you know, and it's just a journey and experience of it all. So go out there, say fuck it, and just experience it and take in and tap into that intuition, because literally be the littlest, simplest senses, our 5 senses that be popping up in our day that can bring out the most beautiful thing, just depending on your perspective and how you're looking at it. And the more you work on yourself, the more you attract better energies and better things, period. It's just the truth. The way I was living last year and just drinking, not really aware, didn't have values, didn't have standards, didn't give a fuck about anything, just living, just doing everything. Don't have just no standards, no my own program. It's just I go to work, go to school, do everything that I was told and taught by the government and my mom, or by society, or my friend, or, you know, a mentor or teacher or coach or someone in my past life. And now I took the journey, and that's what the journey of 2 years ago brought me to. It's a journey of self. It's a journey of taking a break from everything, all my relationships and everything, TV, news, and really just looking inside, meditating, healing, finding different methods and things that I never even heard or searched or even heard about, and like crystals and chakras and, you know, meditating and yoga and, you know, just all these, the reflexology and astrology and, you know, cardiology and moonology, like all these different things and different teas and herbs and essential oils, and journey just keeps on going. And the Ra, and, you know, and the deities, and, you know, Egypt, and you know, the Kabbalion, and, you know, the Emerald tablets, and all these different things that this journey has just like led me to. And I just say this to say, like, the person who I was last year, the energy that I attracted that because of the lifestyle and the energies that I was living. I smoked, I drank, I was doing drugs, you know, I was doing all these different things, but I attracted those energies because that's the vibration I was living. So all the people that, you know, I knew were all drug dealers and things like that, or people who would come up to me, oh, you want to smoke some weed? Now I don't get that. Sometimes I do, of course, because I do smoke, but but it's like it's the energies that I attract now are just different because I'm living a whole different lifestyle. Like yesterday, I had a whole conversation with a guy about health and things that I eat. But a few years ago, I couldn't even have that conversation because I wasn't even conscious of those things. If you're not living that lifestyle, trust me, your spirit within you can't even, oh yeah, eat healthy, oh yeah, eat salads. You can't engage into that energy because you're not living that energy. It'll all be fluff. It'll all be things that, oh yeah, I heard about the keto diet. I heard about intermittent fasting, or all the things. That's all you can ever say, but you can't dive deep into it. So you can't really dive deep into connecting with that person or connecting on with that frequency or about that thing that can be healthy. And that's why it's best for us to implement healthy routines and healthy habits, because these are the energies that we'll attract. It's like the more healthy or the more high vibrations that we seek, it's like that energy becomes a part of us. And the fact that energy becomes a part of us, it kind of like, you can't attract, I mean, you can, but it's like to a certain extent, those low vibrational things or people who aren't those things that you are seeking, like health. If you're so healthy, how are you going to attract and vibrate with someone who's not healthy, someone who doesn't go to the gym? You wake up, first thing you do at 5 o'clock, you're going to the gym, you're eating high vibrational foods, you're hiking, you're volleyballing at 5, you're shooting videos, and someone who just sleeps all day, smokes all day, lays, curses people out, talks about people all day, and, doesn't really do much with themselves. So it's like, how can you really vibrate on the same level? How can you guys really go into each other? Really, yeah, it's like, how can you guys really vibrate? How can you guys, it's like you can't. So that's the reason why when you're out and you are working on yourself and working on these energies, it's like those certain people, those certain vibrations and frequencies can't fuck with you. And that's the reason why the other vibrations of people who are healthy and you can really dive deep and, go inside with the things that, oh yeah, hiking. Oh, I seen a bird, and then I seen a pond. Oh yeah, I hiked on the Everglades mountains. And you guys can just go deep. I'm not saying we have to be, just, is this about seeking and finding higher vibration things that we enjoy and like, that make us feel better. I'm not judging anybody who smokes and does these things at a lower vibration, because I do these things too sometimes. But it's called balance. It's called balance, and you have to know balance. It should be like, okay, majority of my day I'm seeking high vibrations. Okay, today I'm gonna have a little drink, I'm gonna have a little smoke. But I worked out today. I went swimming, I did all the things that I wanted to accomplish. And now I'm going to smoke and drink a little bit. Or I'm going to go out and party. Or I'm going to eat this little hot dog and cake, But I ate healthy for the last 6-7 days. It should be like that. It should be majority is healthy. Majority is high vibrational. And then you have, your little, I won't even say 50-50. I say make it 75-25. 75% high vibrations and things that make us feel good and look good, that are healthy, and things that just raise our vibration. And then 25 of the things that, that we still, enjoy, that, are not the best for us, but we still, this is life. We're here to experience, but for us just to feel better, it should be seeking high vibrations. Sometimes we don't know because we don't know what our energy is capable of, because we haven't tapped into our fullest potential yet. But I tell you, keep diving deep and working on yourself, and working is this consistency. You may not work on something one day, you may not see the results one day, but do that 90-day routine and you might see something. I'm just speaking from experience. That's all I can say about that. 90-day routine has changed my life, and I just know just sticking to it is the only way it really changed. Me saying, oh yeah, I want to work out every day, and working out. I work out consistent, probably 4 days out the week for like 3 weeks, and then there'll be that whole week I'm like, lazy, and then the next minute you're not even consistent anymore. So that's why I'm like, 90-day routine is the way. Because when it's in your mindset, it's like, oh my God, it's automatic. Like, I've been doing this for 60 days already. I have 30 more. I have to keep it going. And that's what it is. It's determination and just, you know, being true to yourself and what it is that you have committed to yourself. And then you congratulate yourself too when you do commit and you do accomplish what it is that we're looking for. Yes, yes, yes. Don't forget to congratulate. And then last we have, it's just the Pisces. Okay, we have new moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation in reverse. Bring love into the situation. What I see here, you bring love into the situation by the things that you are, it's like that free, loving energy of just being a friend, and maybe being a friend by being more, you know, tapping into your spiritual, your intuition and your receptiveness, you know, tapping into that higher priestess energy, tapping into that higher power, that higher, you know, the higher being within us, the higher being. We know what it is like. It's kind of like God, you know, being more God, like Christ, tapping into that higher energy to be a friend in a situation so that we could practice what love is, you know. Maybe some of us maybe haven't been really been being a friend in that area. So the way we can do that is by providing, you know, the fruits, providing, you know, either if it's an extra hand or, not extra hand, but I feel like it's some type of intuitive guidance that we have to provide that maybe, you know, that will exercise love. It's going to exercise love when you do this. Tap into that energy, that higher frequency, the higher priestess, the higher being within you, that you're able to tap into maybe your intuition, or tap into, you know, being the higher person in the situation. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to keep going because I'm going to get the words out. Being the higher person in the situation and tapping into, yeah, the higher person in the situation, tapping into that intuition in the situation to give the most to give the most out of a friendship or a relationship by being, you know, by tapping into those energies. And that's how you can exercise love and bring love into any situation. So yeah, I thought this was a nice reading for me. I like that. And that's how you can bring love into any situation. Ooh, I like these. These Moonology cards. Yes, I feel like it just like brought balance to my reading. Interesting. Yes, so there you have it, y'all. I hope yes, you guys were able to kind of get what I was trying to say. Yeah, so yeah, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Mars Day, Tuesday, and the rest of this new moon energy in Gemini. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Peace.